What's up guys, Austin here, and I'm finally back with another video. Today we're taking a look at the Motorola Moto 360 smartwatch. This is the only smartwatch currently available with a round display and probably the only one you should consider buying. I was lucky enough to get my hands on one of these pretty early. They actually sold out everywhere in a couple of hours after their release. I guess you could say that the hype was definitely real. Anyways, as you can see, and rightfully so, it comes in a circular package to really emphasize that this is the only smartwatch that actually, well, looks like a watch. So now we're going to get started with the unboxing. The first thing you'll see is the Moto 360 in all of its glory, but we'll get to that later. Let's see what else comes in the box. Well, cylinder. So just like any other product, you'll get a little quick start guide to show you how to, get started. You'll also get a fairly standard micro USB wall adapter for charging. And the last thing you'll get is the charging cradle itself. This is one of the things that I love about the Moto 360. It's so easy to charge. You literally just drop the watch into this really small cradle and it starts charging wirelessly. It looks really good and it's really awesome. So now on to the main event, the beautiful Motorola Moto 360. As you can see, I got the gray leather edition. I'm not a big fan of the gray wristband, but I wanted the aluminum chassis, so I'll probably just replace the band with a black one whenever those become available. We're going to go ahead and take off the plastic here, and I'm sure you can probably make out that little cutout at the bottom for the ambient light sensor. That might be a deal breaker for some, but honestly, it's not that bad. Now, taking a look at the side, you can get an idea of how thick the watch actually is. I was a little worried about how big it would look on my wrist, but while it is pretty thick, it's not outrageous by any means. You can also see that it has a little gold accented bottom on the side for turning the display on and off. And overall, again, it all looks really, really good. On the back of the watch, you can see some key features. It's IP67 rated for water resistance, so you don't have to be afraid of washing your hands or taking a shower with this watch on. The body's made completely out of stainless steel, which makes it look really nice and actually feel premium. And of course, it has an optical heart rate sensor, pedometer, and features wireless charging. The leather band also gives it a pretty premium feel. It's not plastic or rubber like other smartwatches. Again, I have the gray Horween leather band, and just a heads up, this is the actual color of the band. It's not as dark as it appears on their website. So now we'll get on to setting up the Moto 360. The first thing you'll need to do is pick your language and then make sure you have the Android Wear app installed on your phone. Now, actually getting it connected is really easy. All you have to do is turn on your Bluetooth and pair it up using the app. Now, it does take a minute, but you just have to wait a little bit for it to do what it needs to do. It's just like any other Bluetooth device that you've ever had to pair before. Just make sure that the codes are the same and press OK. In the meantime, though, you can use that time to take off and get rid of your crappy and now obsolete regular watch that you'll never have to use again. That is, unless your 360 dies on you. One thing to note is that you actually have to charge it almost fully before you can actually use the watch for anything else other than pairing it with your smartphone. It only came with about 17% of battery life. Now, while it's getting started up, I'll take this time to talk a little bit about the display. It's okay. It's 1.56 inches and has a resolution of 320 by 290 pixels, and it's honestly not that great, but it's just good enough. Yes, you can see the pixels if you really inspect it, but Android Wear is made for glanceable notifications, so odds are you're not going to be looking at it for more than 20 seconds at a time. Other than the annoying bar at the bottom, it's pretty pleasant to look at, and it should also be pretty durable since it's covered with Gorilla Glass 3. So here's a quick tour of Android Wear. You can press the side button to turn on the display, or you can tap on the screen. It's also motion activated if you lift up your wrist. If you hold down the display, you'll be able to change the watch face that can be customized to your liking using a downloadable app from the Play Store. You can also tap on the screen or just say, "Okay, Google," to bring up a prompt for directions. There's actually a decent amount of stuff you can do using Google Now on the watch. You can take a note, you can set up a reminder, you can show your steps using the pedometer, you can measure your heart rate, send a text message or send an email, check your agenda for the day, navigate to wherever you need to go, set up a timer, start and stop a stopwatch, set an alarm, show all of your alarms, and of course you can get into the settings where you can actually adjust the brightness, turn on the ambient screen sensor if you want to, although it does reduce battery life. You can set up airplane mode or turn the device on or restart it. About the ambient sensor mode, I don't really recommend that as I don't know how the battery life is right now. But of course, I'll let you guys know how everything is. While you're on the home screen, you can easily swipe down to check the battery life as well as the date and either mute the device or unmute the device. It's not any noise that it makes, but it'll just turn off the vibrations. So that is the Moto 360. Overall, I'm really liking it. Honestly, just the design is what really does it for me. I'll give you guys a full review in a couple of weeks when I get to use it a lot more. But overall, right now, I'm really liking it. The black bar at the bottom is not really that much of a deal breaker as I thought it would be. But overall, the Moto 360, I would say is probably the only smartwatch that you should consider getting right now. There is going to be the LG G Watch R that's going to be coming out in probably a couple months, and I'll give you guys my review on that. But as of right now, this is probably the best Android Wear device on the market. Again, my review will be coming out in a couple of weeks, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for, again, my latest updates and my review of the Moto 360, and I will catch you guys in the next one.